I am suing Miss Reynolds because she failed to be honest about her matchmaking services.
Hey, y'all, come look at this.
I am a woman who has high-profile circles. I am a Harvard MBA graduate. I work at the top finance company in New York, and I run in elite circles. I live a very full life that I'm grateful for, but because I'm so busy, I don't have time to find the man of my dreams. So I did a little research and decided to find some matchmaking services, and Ms. Reynolds' website came up, and it looked appealing, very aesthetically pleasing. The reviews were positive, so I decided to give her a call. So we had a consultation call. I shared with her what it was I was looking for, and she was.
What is that?
I am looking for a very attractive man, a model-esque type.
You said model-esque type?
Model-esque type, that's correct. So like the Boris Kojos, the Michael Ealy's, the Morris Chestnuts. That's typically what I'm looking for, which may be why I'm still single, because there's no ring on this finger. So I was trying to keep an open mind.
Okay.
And when she said that for...
Other than looks, though, just because this is going to be important to what I'm going to have to evaluate today.
Absolutely.
You know, we want a very good-looking man.
Yes.
How do you feel about what he does for a living? Can he have children?
Absolutely.
Age?
Yes. So with Ms. Reynolds' services, she says that she pairs her clients people with similar values and lifestyles. So a man who's faith-oriented, who's a leader, who's a hard worker, who is at least an executive that has had... At least an executive, yes, that has had at least 8 years of experience. C-suite level. Yes, exactly. And someone into fitness and health, because I take care of myself and I want a partner to match that. So Ms. Reynolds shared with me that she does not provide photos. She will email profiles, and I was open to that, but I continue to reiterate, can you give me the man with the values, especially with the faith base and the health and fitness? And she assured me that she could, and that was further from the truth.
So at what point did you realize you and Ms. Reynolds weren't aligned?
First date. The first date, Your Honor. And I wrote this down to make sure.
Go ahead and give the folder, ma'am, to Elijah so I can see.
Here you are, Elijah.
Thank you.
So, yes, ma'am, I want you to take a look at match profile number 1. So she shared with me that...
Hold on, Miss St. James. Hold on, Miss Executive.
I'm getting ahead of myself. My apologies, Your Honor.
No, you're fine. I want to be able to follow along with you. There's a lot going on here. The first thing I want the court to know I'm looking at is the receipt that does show that you paid Ms. Reynolds $7,500 on your credit card for her matchmaking services. I do want it noted, though, it says no refund policy acknowledged at purchase.
Yes, that is correct. But also on her website, as well as our consultation call, she assured me that she would find me a man that matched the values, education levels, and lifestyle, and that did not happen at all.
So this is important. You're not asking for a refund. You're saying she violated her own contract.
She violated her own contract, and I'm also, honestly, Your Honor, asking for a refund because I can't get my time back, but I'm certainly
y'all see how I tried to help Miss St. James out? Y'all saw that, right? I guess they must have skipped that day at Harvard MBA school. Because what I was trying to do, now this is important, you catch this T, Miss St. James. I was trying to create, essentially, a escape valve for you that would allow you to seek recovery, even though you did, even though you did pay and acknowledge that there was a no refund policy. So I was trying to create an alternative argument for you to be seeking relief.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we gonna talk a little less and listen a little more?
Yes, ma'am, we will.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Now, let's get to the first date. So these are the profiles. Now I'm with you.
Yes, ma'am. And what I failed to mention, too, is she has 2 separate parts of her business. So she has the high-profile people, and then she also has the glow-up program, where she coaches men who feel unattractive and can't get with attractive women, but she coaches them to build their confidence. And based on these dates, I strongly feel that these came from the Glow Up program and not the High Caliber program.
Oh, here we go again with the dating matchmaker scandal. I mean, I get it. We all have people that we are interested in, and we all have our types. There's nothing wrong with wanting a high-value man or a high-value woman. But here's the thing. If you get to a certain stage in life and you still find yourself single, perhaps maybe it's not because not anyone else is at your standard, it might be that you yourself might need to make some changes. Maybe perhaps lower your standards a little bit. Maybe perhaps there's high standard men that would be into you, but they don't like the way you smell or something. I don't know. So this is something that I think we all need to acknowledge, that dating and finding a matchmaker is not as simple as I pay them and I get married. No, that's not how this works. Because dating is more nuanced than this. The person is to be attracted to you. You have to be able to mesh lives together. And if you can't do that, then you will in fact find yourself single for the rest of your life. I know so many people who want to be in a relationship so bad, and they claim that, all these men, this is what they want, the standard, and they do in fact date sometimes, but they still end up being single, and they always blame it on the other men and never actually realize that maybe they need to make some changes themselves. Now, of course, if she is being match made with the glow up program, as she put it, maybe there's a problem there. But if these are genuinely great men with great values that are matching her, then why are you having a problem if they might need a little kick to the confidence? You know what I'm saying? So I want to know your thoughts on this, guys. Do you think that matchmaking services is a value that you can pay for? Or do you think that it's just a scam operation when you could go and find people for free? Newsflash, you can.
Let me get Miss Reynolds in here. Miss Reynolds.
Hi, Your Honor.
I think you got some explaining to do, Ms. Reynolds. Okay, so talk to me. Let's start with the first part of your business program, which is the matchmaking.
Yes.
How long have you been a matchmaker, ma'am?
I've been a matchmaker for over 10 years.
Okay, great.
Yes.
And I'm going to ask you a question that a lot of matchmakers don't like to ask, but people are curious. What is your success rate like?
My success rate is 98%, and I base that off of how they feel about the services and everything. It's not so much based off of who I match them with. And if it ends up in a marriage or a proposal or anything like that. But I do have statistics on that as well.
Okay. So you have the matchmaking piece. You've been doing, you said, for 10 years.
Yes.
You claim very successful.
Yes.
But you do also have this glow up program.
I do.
And now tell me about this.
Yes, that's a separate program that sometimes intertwines. These are men who feel that they're unattractive or maybe socially awkward, that need help in that department.
Coaching.
Yes, some coaching, exactly.
Okay. And do you provide these services yourself, the coaching?
I do, and I bring in other people as well, like with styling, hair, all of that sort of
I know exactly what you're talking about. So you're kind of like a personal image and confidence coach for these men.
Yes.
Now, where do you procure these men? Where do these men,
I meet people everywhere. I'm always talking to people. I want to talk to you after as well, and some of the people as well.
I know she didn't. She said you need to glow it up.
No, not for that program. Not for that program. I meant to say I meet
Miss Reynolds. Because Elijah think he's fine, girl.
No, he is. This is why I would like for him to be part of my matchmaking services. What I meant to say is I meet people everywhere.
Trying to clean it up.
The men come to me to ask me to do that. I don't suggest that they go to the Glow Up program. I mean, I make suggestions for people regardless, but some people need to go to the program.
Okay, so when Ms. St. James reached out to you for the consultation, that was via phone or?
That was via phone.
Okay.
That's correct, Your Honor.
And y'all had a good conversation, obviously.
We did.
Okay. She went forward, paid the retainer, $7,500.
Yes.
So you have been paid for your services. Talk to me about what is the next step. Because and this is not uncommon for anybody in here who has not worked with a matchmaker or doesn't know anyone who has. This no picture policy is not an outlier.
Right.
You're just trying to get her and all of your clients to focus on the other attributes in the profile, correct?
Yes, and attributes as more in character as well, because Veronica tends to focus as well on the type of work that they do.
One. Evan T., Heritage Operations Landlord Specialist, Land Stewardship Specialist.
Yes.
Devoted his life to managing and optimizing multiple acre agricultural environments with a focus on heritage preservation. And so this is sounds like altruistic work and very nice. His work requires discipline, physical strength, deep understanding. Okay. What did you think of this first bachelor, ma'am?
Well, as you said, Your Honor, Evan T., she described him as Heritage Operations and Land Stewardship Specialist when he was really a sharecropper. Now, there's nothing wrong with sharecroppers. My grandparents were sharecroppers, but when I'm paying almost $8,000 and giving you specificities of what I'm looking for.
Ma'am, I want you to turn around and see the young lady behind you. She is falling out. I think many of us in this room have not heard even the term sharecropper. used in a modern day context, probably in all of our life.
Yes, Your Honor.
You have just taken our breath away, man. Where are you from?
I'm from North Carolina originally, but New York now.
Okay. I thought you was going to say the Mississippi Delta, child. The way you talk. And I say that as somebody who's originally from Louisiana, so I say that with L-O-V-E, love.
Yes,
okay. So you're saying that Evan T. was not up to your professional standards.
He was not up to my professional standards. And not only that, as Ms. Reynolds said, I was trying to keep an open mind, to not focus so much on looks. But we met at a nice 5-star restaurant, and clearly he came from the farm because he had his bib overalls on, his plaid shirt, his boots were stomping. I heard him before I saw him. So I said, what type of match is this? He was very childish, not confident.
Who picked up the tab?
He did. He did pick up the tab, so I will give him that much.
Okay.
But the conversation was dry.
Okay.
He lacked confidence. And not very attractive, Your Honor. Again, looks aren't everything, but
okay. So number
hopeful.
1 was not a match.
Number 1 was not a match.
Okay, well, you know, first time ain't gonna be everything. So let's go on to bachelor number 2.
It got worse as it continued, Your Honor.
It got worse from the sharecropper.
It got worse from the sharecropper, Your Honor. So the next gentleman, whose name was Marcus L., Ms. Reynolds said that he was a community logistics and inventory systems coordinator. He was a grocery store stocker.
Yeah, these titles are getting a little suspect.
Thank you, Your Honor. Very
Miss
misleading.
Reynolds.
Okay.
Can we talk about
I can
these
explain.
titles?
Yes. So here's the thing.
Fishy. Yeah.
Just like a woman wears makeup to enhance her features, I have to enhance the features of his title as well.
But she straight up lied, Your Honor.
Because here's the thing. Even though she stated all of the things that she wanted,
yes.
I can read through all of that. I put her in touch with men who she may not think to date because they have shared values.
Now, Miss St. James seems like a charming young lady. But
Thank you, Your
anybody,
Honor.
Stevie Wonder could see a little elitist, a little materialistic. She's nodding along, by the way. She's honest in who she is. So we can't fault somebody who is standing 10 toes down with what they like, because we like what we like. So we can't then say, you don't have the right values.
Yeah.
You don't have the right compass. So let me reassign what I think you should be looking for. Let's go on to number 3. Let's go to number 3. Miss, and this is going to be our final one because I think I'm starting to see a little bit what's going on.
Oh, Your Honor, you will definitely get a chuckle out of this one. Because,
please, humor me, Miss
yes,
St.
ma'am.
James.
So the gentleman's name was Julian R. Miss Reynolds described him as a financial analyst trainee with Ivy League Foundation. He was a first-year financial intern. Now, I have not been an intern in years, and yes, he has graduated and starting different things with his career. But again, I wanted somebody with 8 years full-time experience, and she's bringing an intern.
How old was this young man?
He was about 35,
Okay.
so same age as me.
Oh, he just has got a later start.
He's got a later start in life, which is perfectly fine. But Ms. Reynolds keeps saying about shared values and character. She's not listening to me as her client about what I'm asking.
This would have put, and I've been on these kind of dates as well. And they're fine if you are comfortable and you can be romantically attracted to a mentee type. He's a mentee to this woman, ma'am. And by no fault of her own or his, by the way, she's going to default to mean mommy on him. We all know how that ends. And everybody in here is nodding, ma'am, because we know exactly what this is going to look like. He's going to use the wrong fork because he hasn't had the experience. He's going to order the wrong wine because he doesn't know. That's probably something he'll learn in his second year of Harvard MBA school, right? And she's going to end up turning into the tutor on him. And he, you know what he's going to feel? Womp, 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 if you know what I mean. So that's not going to go. Before I make my ruling, Ms. Reynolds, do you have any remarks to the court as to why, and tell the truth before you give me your remarks. Did any of those men come from the Glow Up? Are they graduates of the Glow Up program?
They are. Some of them are graduates of the Glow Up program.
Okay,
and I do have
your
evidence
honesty.
that a couple of them are engaged, and they stated...
And what kind of women are they engaged to, ma'am?
Actually, one is a judge.
Not me. I'm just letting y'all know, not me. Not me.
May I say something, Your Honor?
Yes, ma'am.
she thinks she knows what she wants. She meets the type of people that she's talking about, but obviously it has not worked. I can see between the lines. I've been in this business for over 10 years.
You know what I see with you, Miss Reynolds? And I'm not mad at it, but I think you're in the wrong business. Ooh. No, I'm really serious. Y'all are laughing. This is real life talking. Because I've hired all of these types. Matchmaker, coach, this. You need to be a dating coach. I'm serious. Because when you're a matchmaker, that's a very direct transaction. That means I am paying you to go source the kind of men I'm telling you I want to meet. Mm-hmm. But when I'm paying you as a dating coach, or romance coach, or consultant, then you get to give me consulting and advice and input on who you think I would be most compatible with, who you might think I'm overlooking, who you think I should look at instead. That's that role. But matchmaker means if I say, what is this little song, 6'5", blue-eyed, whatever, 7 figures, that's what I expect. Likewise, if I say blue collar, 5'10", 2 kids, that's what I expect. Yes. I don't expect you to go then and say, oh, no, Judge Ebony. You instead need a guy in tech. Mm-hmm. I told you what I want, and I gave you $7,500. Right. Now go give it to me. All right, I'm ready to rule, ladies. Y'all are lovely. Y'all are lovely. You in the wrong business. And it's okay. You have conflated your role. And today it's going to cost you. Mm-hmm. I believe that this woman pays $7,500 in good faith. Yes, I believe she's not asking for a refund. I think that she is instead making a successful argument that you are in breach of your own contract duties. Y'all had an express agreement to provide the type of men she said she wanted. You instead provided the type of men that you thought she needed. That puts you in breach of the express duty of that contract. I encourage you to pursue a coaching or consulting business, but when it comes to this matchmaking thing, you're a bit off base. The court rules in favor of the plaintiff for the full amount, $7,500, to Miss St. James.
All rise.
Judge Ebony has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant is ordered to pay $7,500.
This is the first time I've ever been brought to court, so I don't know what is going on. I'm just insulted.
I'm happy with the outcome. I shared my information and the judge understood where I'm coming from, so I'm very happy in how she decided this case.
Good.